Welcome to soap number 6. This will be the 6th one I'm launching on the 30th of August, and this is Acai coffee cake. It's like a coffee cake scent with a slight spice to it, but it's really nice. It's really warming, really soothing. It's just a really nice coffee scent. So we're going to add that. We're going to use some coffee grounds, and we're going to see if we can do a bit of a swirl because we need to counter some of the discoloration, but because it's a coffee soap it doesn't matter too much. So let's get on to making it. Here we are with our oils again, and I'm adding kaolin clay because it makes a nice creamy bar. We're going to pop in the stick blender, give it a burp to get rid of the air bubbles, and mix this to combine. Then I'm going to add my lye water solution, which also includes sugar and citric. Sugar to add more bubbles and citric to help reduce or eliminate the soap scum. I have my acai coffee cake fragrance oil, and I'm adding that, and this will discolour the batter to sort of like a medium dark tan colour, but that's what we want because it's a coffee soap, so we don't really need to add much colour. But I am going to add a little bit of brush bronze just so that it's coloured when it's first out the mould, and to give a little bit of the right shade to some of the swirls I want. So we're going to add this to the main batch, and then I'm going to separate a little bit of this off to add a bit of titanium dioxide to, and then we can do a little bit of an in the pot swirl with that. But first, before we separate it off, I want coffee grounds throughout the whole bar, so I'm going to add it into the main batch before I separate some off. And then this just gives a nice little coffee look to the bar, but it also gives a little bit of exfoliation when you're using it as well. And then I'm going to separate some of it off to add the titanium dioxide. It's a very hot day when I'm making this, so it was setting up pretty quick, but that's fine because we're just doing an in the pot swirl with this. But it was just sitting on top, so I did have to do a little bit of interference just to get it swirled a little bit in the bucket, and then we're going to pour straight into our mould and tap it down as much as possible. If there's any air holes, gaps in the bar, I'm not too worried because these last 3 bars I've done are sort of more on the rustic side anyway, so it just kind of adds to the charm. So we're going to pour this in the mould, tap it down, and then do something with the top. I want to keep this bar fairly basic. It's quite a sort of rustic, just simple bar, so we're just going to texture the top a little bit and then add some coffee beans for decoration. And here's the finished loaf. I'm just going to spray this with some isopropyl alcohol to avoid soda ash, and then we'll cut to tomorrow where we will cut this into bars. And here we are. Here is it all saponified. So we'll take this out the mould, and you can see we have a really nice sort of coffee swirl in there, and there's a few gaps where I didn't quite knock all the air out, where the batter was quite thick, but it's not too bad, so we're happy with this. And so we're going to cut this into bars and then leave this to cure for 4 to 6 weeks, and then it will be ready for you to purchase, because I am actually selling these bars. If you haven't been watching my other soap videos, this is part of a launch of 7 different soap bars that I've been making. They're all available on Friday the 30th of August at 5 p.m. UK time or 12 noon EST, and they'll be available to the UK and the USA. I'm sorry to anyone else that wants to get their hands on them that's in another country. I'm afraid it's because of regulations that I cannot sell to you at the moment. It costs a lot of money to set up with a responsible person and following various regulations in different countries and different labelling and all of this stuff. So once I'm able to do that, I will expand into other countries, but for now, UK and USA, if you want to get your hands on any of these bars, be on the website reviga.co.uk on Friday the 30th of August at 5 p.m. UK time or 12 noon EST, and you can hopefully get your hands on what you want. There's only going to be 10 bars of each that I'm making. It's a very, very limited run at the moment, so if you do want something, make sure you're on there straight away to get what you want in case it runs out. And yeah, I hope you like them. I'm very, very pleased with this bar. It will discolour slightly more before they're ready to sell, but the images on my website will be the final cure pictures, so you'll be able to see exactly what they look like before you purchase. You can check the description below this video for more information, and I'll see you there.